Namaskar. At Shivasom, holistic wellness is a way of life, nurturing the mind, body, and spirit through thoughtfully designed practices. Nutrition here goes beyond food, becoming an essential tool for balance, vitality, and long term well being. Today, we are joined by Miss Keletso, naturopath at Shivasom, to explore the role of nutrition in holistic wellness. So, Shivasum is often described as a place of transformation. What are the core values which guide your approach to wellness, and how does nutrition align with those values?
That's actually a great question. In Chigosom, we believe that true wellness is deeply rooted in a holistic approach, right? And as well guided by the values that we have as the company here, right? And the center of everything that we do is focused on trying to achieve all these things. So nutrition in Chigosom is not only viewed in terms of what we eat, right? It's also understood as a powerful form of communication with the body. That's how we view nutrition, right? And food is information. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but food is information, right? And what it does, it can either support vitality, right, or contribute to imbalance. So our philosophy or nutritional philosophy is based on that. It's based on nourishing and gently guiding guests into a deeper connection with their bodies. The other thing to note is that we support this by, we've got two organic farms, right? We've got two organic farms that where we get our fruits and our vegetables and herbs. And these are done without any harmful chemicals. And these foods actually are the foods that we use here as part of our cuisine.
Oh, that's very nice. Mhm.
Yeah.
So you just renovated also the resort, right? It's all fresh now.
Come again?
You just renovated the resort also, right? Renovation.
Yes,
It's all fresh,
yes,
all the rooms and everything is all fresh.
yes. Renovations are all fresh.
So at Shiva's home, food is seen as form of medicine. That's what I understand. How does
Yeah.
this philosophy translate into everyday meals for guests?
So with um, food being viewed already as therapeutic, right? We want it also to be enjoyable. So careful preparation, um, thoughtful food combinations, and attention to detail. So food is not just about what we eat; it's also about food preparations. At Chivasom, we also offer cooking classes to help guests carry these principles to everyday
Food,
use.
everyday meals.
Yeah, everyday meals. Yes. So the ingredients that are selected that we use are carefully selected based on nutritional densities, this digestible function, and its functional benefits entirely. So whether it's to
These,
support
these
inflammation.
the products you use. Will the clients be able to use in their own country or in different countries from wherever the client is, or especially I'm talking about India. So Indian clients is it easy for them to use these products and at home in everyday meals, or those products are only available in Thailand?
I think in the world today, we're able to get most of the ingredients, right? Well, you get to a supermarket, you're able to source all these vegetables or fruits or but let's note also as well that climate change, right? Climate in India, there are certain things that are um, prone to Indians. These things grow naturally. For example, millet.
Mhm.
Millet grows well in India, right? And it might not be growing in Thailand. So these are the educational talks that we get into with our guests regarding nutrition because we want you to use local, seasonal ingredients within your country as well, so
So
that
if
it's
something is
easy.
not available, so you give a substitute, or you suggest them a substitute for that, right? Okay,
Yes.
that's nice. Okay. So, no, as we know, no two guests are the same kind of guests, and their bodies
Mm.
are also different body types. So, how do you tailor nutrition plans for them to suit the individual lifestyle, health goals, and body needs?
That's actually a good question. Apart from the fact that people have preferences, no two people are the same, right? So our philosophy here at Chivosom is mainly based and focused on making sure that each guest gets their own nutritional plan developed for their particular needs. So this is from a detailed consultation, from health assessment, and lifestyle habits that they carry, and also just their individual wellness goals. So we look at a broad area of all these factors. So we carefully look at these factors, and then we put into consideration, okay, how can we do this? How can we plan um, well? But the plans as well are not rigid. Okay, they are not rigid or prescriptive. They are more flexible and responsive.
And if
And also,
somebody comes with some medical problem, so then
hmm,
are there different doctors who are treating them and giving them the plans suitable to their body type, or it is just the first assessment and then you go on from there?
when you come in, the first point of call is your advisor, right? That sort of gets an idea of what your goals are in terms of your stay in Chivas. So they sort of set out the program for you. When it comes to, so if they realize that a nutrition consultation is warranted, then they will have that consultation. So you will consult with myself or my other colleague as well. We use different tools to assess. Like I said, we already do like the in-depth consultation. Sometimes we do things like food allergy tests, food intolerance tests, just to make sure that the diet is well suited for the particular person. So if you've got, uh, let me give an example of bloating and indigestion.
Hmm.
Um, an intolerance test is that's the first thing that we start with. Actually, we start with that just so that we can remove all the intolerances in your diet, and then we make sure that if you are not able to eat, for example, let's say um, pumpkin seeds, right, which are high in zinc, we look for other alternatives that we can use in place of that, so that you're not missing out on the zinc component, so that you can get all the nutrients that you actually need.
Nice. So, another question from me is, which is like very common nowadays and growing by the minute, the about stress levels. So, with stress level and fast-paced living
Mm.
becoming the norm, how can mindful nutrition help people restore balance in their daily life? What do you think about this?
I think it's the fact that the world is a fast-paced world already. It is important, even more important, for us to slow down, to pause, reflect, and refuel. Our bodies are like machines. If a machine is continually running, it runs out of gas, it runs out of fuel. So it's very important sometimes to just take a moment back and realize, okay, I need to refuel. I just need to. It's like, for example, I'll use a car. For example, if you are going to go on a drive and you drive a diesel car, and you fuel it with petrol, you probably won't even leave the gas station. That's how we sort of treat our bodies sometimes. We treat our bodies in a way that we think, if I can just have a burger or a piece of toast, then I have fueled my body. No, you've actually missed out on a lot of opportunities of putting more nutrients into your body so that you can be able to go the long run.
I agree. And do you have ways or the right nutrition support to guide people or prevent lifestyle related conditions before they actually fall into that trap?
Yes. Our bodies often communicate, right? Um, I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier that our food is not just about fuel or providing energy, right? It's information to the body. So there's essential vitamins and minerals that guide our systems and its functions, right? So modern diseases stem from long-term nutritional deficiencies. That's how most of these imbalances come about, right? So the right nutrition um, helps. Instead of acting reactively, you want to work proactively, right? So if you get something, let's just say like a headache, that could be an indication that you've got um, low minerals. For example, you've got low magnesium. You know, your body is already indicating to you that slow down, this is happening. That's your body's cry for help. Not just headaches, constipation, things like that. Those are little signs that your body gives you to say
Yeah, and
there's an
constipation
imbalance.
and headache is becoming very common even in the youngsters.
Exactly. That's your body saying to you, slow down. You asked me a question earlier about it being a fast-paced world, right? Those are little signs that your body gives you to say, relax. And continuous stress actually leaches minerals from your system. You lose those minerals. So you become mineral deficient just by these little things. And it's important for us to constantly eat well balanced meals, trying to build cellular resilience, you know, building our immune system from a cellular level.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, but that is what like nowadays youngsters don't take care of their self till some problem actually surfaces. So it's very insightful what you said, and I hope a lot of people will listen to this and get this right. How the
yeah,
nutrition actually helps in everything.
yeah.
And
And just to,
go
yeah,
on.
I was gonna say just to add on, speaking of how like preventative health, right? It's actually what we aim for, to take preventative measures before anything can happen. Constipation has been linked to a lot of colon cancers as well, you know. So those little signs that we tend to ignore, those are the fundamental things that we should actually really look at. And nutrition does help in that.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, if coming to last question, if listeners were to take one lesson from Shivasom approach to nutrition, what simple shift would you encourage them to start from today?
um, I think if I was to say just one thing, I may say that um, mindfulness,
Mindful
mindfulness in ter- mindfulness in terms of eating. Just be aware of your surrounding. We sometimes eat on the go, and we pride ourselves with that. You know, I'm always eating on the go, or I don't have time to sit down and actually have a proper meal. Or you sit down and you're eating for 15 minutes. You know, being mindful, being present, being grateful, um, does a lot actually for our bodies. What I usually tell the guests is if you are someone who's continuously just always working, 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 and you get to your meal, that's the time to slow down. Take 5 deep breaths and get to a state of relaxation. Because what also affects our nutrient absorption is eating while stressed. Then digestion doesn't take place, then bloating and gas, all these other things come about. So if I was to say anything, mindful eating, chewing your food well, just taking time to relax.
I'm gonna start following your instructions today because I am also a very fast eater. So I have to slow down and eat and then get back to work. So
Yes.
I'm going to do this practice from today.
Yeah. Use that time as self-care. Consider it self-care. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the insights. They were just wonderful. And I hope a lot of people are going to listen to this and start following somewhere because it's never too late.
Exactly that. It's never too late.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
It
you
was
so
wonderful
much.
talking to you. But
Likewise.